High-speed steel bits come in many types for a wide range of applications. New bits have a protective sheath like this one. Before using the bit, remove this sheath. Next, grind the end wrap bit using a grinder. Wear correct protective gear when using the grinder. Use bare hands to avoid being caught in the grinder. Grind the bit according to the application, maintaining a sufficient clearing angle. Apply water from time to time to prevent burning. Use the corner of the whetstone to form a chip breaker. The bit surface is still rough after grinding with the grinder, so next, use an oil stone to form a sharp, smooth blade. Now let's start the actual lathe work. First, center the bit. Align the height of the center with the surface gauge. Then adjust the bit to the same height. When adjusting, make sure the blade tip does not extend too far out from the tool stand. Just 1.5 times or twice the shank width is fine. Insert the boards and adjust the height, using as few boards as possible. Fix the bit as close to the shank center as possible with a uniform pressure. Watch the angle of the bit to the workpiece. Using a 3-clawed chuck, cut the mild steel pole. To cut the ends, pull the work out a bit from the chuck and tighten it. As the figure shows, the cutting process is governed by 3 factors: the cutting speed, the feed rate, which is the amount of tool movement for each rotation of the spindle, and the depth of cut, which is the depth to which the work material is cut for each rotation. Perform rough machining of the ends. The bit used is a right-hand bent tool bit. The rotation speed is 320 RPMs. Feed is manual feed. To prevent being hit by cutting chip, stand in a safe position when cutting. Now it's time to finish the ends. The bit used is an offset tool bit. Adjust the bit so it touches the workpiece horizontally. In the finishing cutting, the rotation speed is low and the depth of the cut is shallow. Because we're using a high-speed steel finishing bit, the rotation speed is only 40 RPMs. When using a high-speed steel bit, apply lube oil to improve the finish and the working life of the bit.
To cut long blades, be sure to perform center drilling. You will need to attach a center drill. Drill a hole in the center with the rotation speed at 320 RPMs. Make the hole about 1/3 as deep as the length of the tapered end of the center drill. To perform center drilling, mount the bit on a center lathe. To extend the workpiece out further than the chuck, change your grip on the workpiece. Now we'll perform rough machining of a cylinder. The bit used is a right-hand bent tool bit. The rotation speed is 320 RPMs. Feed is automatic. To finish the bit to the rated dimensions, a microcollar is used. First, measure the present dimensions of the workpiece. If they are close to the rated dimensions, you can change the bit into a finishing bit. To adjust the microcollar of the lathe to 0, first make a shallow cut. Stop automatic feed. Set the microcollar to 0. Pull the bit and manually return the tool stand. Measure the diameter of the workpiece. Using the microcollar to keep an eye on the remaining margin until the rated dimensions, continue feeding and grinding.